Marshmallow or mushroom? This mushroom actually looks just like a marshmallow. Not only is it white, but it also has a marshmallow texture on the inside. This is the common puffball. This mushroom also has the nickname of wolf fart. A wolf fart. Why? I will explain it today. My name is Holly and I turn mushrooms from the wild into mushroom trading cards. I was really fascinated to find out about this mushroom, but I was also really excited to make the mushroom character. This one, I might be biased, this one might be my favorite character I've ever made so far. It's so cute. I've heard so much about this mushroom on social media. Everyone's talking about this mushroom, so I wanted to talk about it today and do a little deep dive into some fun facts and also look at some of the mushrooms that look very similar to this one that are maybe dangerous. Although this mushroom is edible, there are plenty of other mushrooms that look just like it that are toxic. So let's get into it today. Let's go ahead and take a look at that common puffball. Oh my gosh, isn't she a cutie? Why exactly does this adorable looking mushroom come with the name wolf fart? And is this even a mushroom at all? Mushroom. This mushroom. Look at how round it is. Honestly, it stands out quite a bit and I'm very curious to learn what this mushroom is all about. I have taken it upon myself to find this type of mushroom in some books. This is the mushrooms of North America. And then this particular type is the gem-studded puffball. But a lot of mushrooms have this gem look to it. And then I have another book here. This is the actual one that we're talking about today. Ignore this one. This one I'll do eventually. A lot of these mushrooms will look white whenever they're ripe, and this like awful ugly color whenever it is mature, aka whenever it's about to release its spores. Puffball is a little bit pear-shaped, and she is a part of the large Agaricaceae family. She stands only 3 to 8 centimeters tall. This cutie is covered in a lot of different spikes that almost look like gems in the sunlight. This is why this mushroom also has the nickname of gem-studded, because it does look like there's a bunch of little gems attached to the cap. She doesn't have any gills or pores like a typical mushroom, and instead her inside is full of massive amounts of spores. Spores. Quick lesson in mushrooms, spores are the seeds that come from the underside of a mushroom. Once the mushroom is at its very mature state, it will release all of these spores to help repopulate. If you find this mushroom in the wild, try running your finger over the top of it. These gem studs will actually tear away and reveal a very smooth surface underneath. As she matures, she develops a very thick stem that attaches to the earth. She doesn't really like to grow on anything else other than the ground itself. Eventually, that white interior will become a olive brown color because it's filled with spores that are ready to be released into what is known as a spore cloud. So why exactly does this mushroom have the nickname wolf fart? It doesn't really look like a wolf, and it doesn't really give the impression that this mushroom would be kind of stinky. But it actually comes directly from the Latin name. Lycoperdon is the scientific genus name. Lycos means wolf, and perdon means to break wind. As puffballs are known for their giant internal spore population, whenever they release these spores, it actually gives off this breaking wind or fart sound. Another funny nickname that I came across was Devil's Snuff Box, which resembles tobacco snuff. So many people have come up with weird nicknames like Wolf Fart and Devil's Snuff Box that I guess this one has a reputation. In the 1700s, scientists like Pearson were also fascinated by this mushroom. It is a rapid grower and honestly can appear overnight by a summer rain. One of the coolest things about puffballs is their marshmallow phase. When young, she's identical to a marshmallow in size and in texture. While her cousin, the giant puffball, can produce 7 trillion spores, our gem-studded friend is a little bit more modest. Actually, she loves to help in the medical department. In a lot of folklore, I found that puffballs were used to staunch bleeding. They are highly effective band-aids and can be used to patch wounds for injured people. I thought this was kind of a cool fun fact because in nature, I feel like you can find just about anything. And it's also good to note if you ever get injured in the wild, what to use that's safe. So kind of a fun fact. When it comes to eating this mushroom, the rule is simple. If it's white, then it's alright. You should only ever eat a puffball mushroom if the interior is pure white without any sort of this brown olive color. That means that the spores have not developed yet and it's okay to eat. Similar to how a broccoli turns into a flower, you kind of want to eat it at the stage that we know broccoli as, not the flowering stage, because then it's not good anymore. To prepare these mushrooms for eating, you need to rub off all of the gems or the pearls on the outside. You can saute these in butter and garlic until they are golden brown. They have a very mild, earthy smell, a soft texture similar to a marshmallow. They make fantastic gluten-free pasta as a substitute for regular wheat. Just remember, if it has a hint of yellow or brown, it has moved past the dinner stage and is about to fart a bunch of spores. Oh my god. She is found on nearly every continent on the earth, from temperate forests to tropical grasslands. As a saprobic decomposer, she plays a vital role in helping break down organic matter and turning it from waste back into nutrients for the soil. She likes her space as she doesn't really like to grow in very dense forests. I found that this mushroom typically likes to grow in places where she has a little bit more space. This could be in forests, but not as dense, and in grasslands where there's lots of room. You'll usually spot this mushroom from July to November. I found that this mushroom tends to grow in soil that's already been a little bit mulched, either by people or by animals and wildlife. While the fruiting body only lasts a couple days or a couple weeks, puffballs spend most of that time working hard to clean up their environment. And just as soon as they appear, they are matured and releasing all of their spores. So if you're walking through a forest and you hear a weird fart noise, that probably isn't a wolf farting, it's probably this type of mushroom. Why a wolf of all? Like, have you ever heard a wolf fart actually though? Maybe it sounds really similar. Now this is the most important part of the story. There are some villains of the woods that look exactly like our friendly puffball. First, there's the Pigskin poison puffball. What a mouthful. It's yellow-brown color and leathery, but the real kicker is the inside. If you cut them open, it's actually solid black or purple. Eating this mushroom will lead to a very bad day and severe vomiting. But even more dangerous is the destroying angel. These mushrooms look very similar to this particular mushroom whenever they are in the egg stage. Did you know that mushrooms can have eggs? Looking at the fly Amanita, they have eggs. They have these weird eggs. The destroying angel also has eggs, and whenever it is in that growing stage, it looks like a baby puffball would. But these mushrooms are extremely toxic. The big giveaway for this mushroom is if you slice it open, you will see gills, which puffballs do not have. This is a clear sign that this is not a cute puffball at all, and you should immediately let go of that one. Because not only is this mushroom toxic, it is completely deadly, and it will involve total organ failure. So stay away from this type of mushroom at all costs. Finally, there is the Stinkhorn eggs. More eggs. Yeah, I know. This mushroom is ugly. I'm just gonna put it out there. Compared to the cute, adorable puffball, this is Like the ugliest mushroom I think I've ever seen. This mushroom doesn't really look like a mushroom to most. Stinkhorns often grow eggs before they're actually sprouted up out of the ground. They are often this off-white color and they look like our bestie, the puffball, at a small young baby stage. But if you slice this one open, you will get this weird jelly-like texture. And yeah, I think the jelly part of that is just enough to where you don't probably want to eat that mushroom. More on those mushrooms in other episodes, but today let's get back into the common puffball. So just like the name, this one is pretty common, and that's a good thing because these mushrooms are edible, they're delicious, and they're very cute. You usually won't find these for sale at grocery stores because they are just too delicate to ship. Like I said, if you just brush your finger over the top of them, those gems will come right off. Since these aren't mass produced, it's very fun to find your own puffball in the wild. Honestly, these mushrooms are really great for new foragers as they're pretty easy to spot, and if you know what you're looking for, they're not really hard to identify. Of course, you have to take all of the precautions and understand the ones that look very similar to this one, but for the most part, this mushroom is pretty easy to find. So let me know if you find one in the wild. Now it's time to test your skills and see if you can find this mushroom in the wild. I'm going to show a couple of images, the common puffball and these other villains or dangerous lookalikes, and it is your task to tell which ones are the eggs and which one is the cute, amazing puffball. I show all of the answers right after the questions so you know which ones you got right and which ones you did not. Okay, good luck to you. I will see you in just a minute. Hi and welcome back. How did you do? Do you feel confident to find the puffball in the wild? That's my question. If you got all of the questions right, you are ready for the puffball trading card. This is the trading card for the puffball mushroom. I actually did an entire behind the scenes video if you would like to see how this was made with some stickers that look just like it. You can click the link right here and I have that video available. I usually like to do the behind the scenes videos the week before my Meet the Mushroom ones, so you get a little taste of what's coming soon. You can always join my mushroom club for free and see kind of what I'm doing, but the members will get the physical trading cards every month. I am on a journey to make at least every mushroom out there pretty much. I'm gonna try to make a trading card for literally every single mushroom, and you know, this is just the North America one. The common puffball is such a cute mushroom and I was super overjoyed to make this character and make her come to life. At the end of the day, I just really like what I do. So if you want to support me as an artist, you could join my mushroom club or subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will be posting these Meet the Mushroom episodes once or twice a month. It takes a lot for me to do all the research, create the actual trading card, and come on here and look nice for everybody, but I do have a lot of fun with it, to be honest. I'm a pretty big nerd about mushrooms, and I think that kind of gives it away by the tattoo on my arm. I recently got this tattoo, and this is all of my art. So this is like the jack-o'-lantern, the parrot wax cap, like all of these are actually like trading cards that I've made. But more than trading cards, I really like to kind of characterize mushrooms in general. I like to give them personalities and talk about the actual type of mushroom in the card. Beyond just being a fun, cute little thing, I kind of wanted it to be educational as well. Obviously, the parts at the bottom where I give them power moves and health points and stuff is kind of fictional, but at the same time, I do like to have these educational videos where I share the truth on these types of mushrooms, and I like foragers to understand what the dangerous lookalikes are if they find this type of mushroom and maybe something else in the wild. But yeah, that's just me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have a couple of really cool mushrooms coming in future months, so stay tuned for that. If you have any mushrooms that you would like me to make, please leave me a comment and I can put it on my to-do list. I usually have a very strict schedule whenever it comes to creating, designing, all that stuff. But if you want to leave me a comment on which mushroom I should do, I will totally add it to my list. If you would like to see all of the trading cards that I have ever made so far, you can also go to my website, susrooms.com, and I have the entire list there. As always, I'm Holly. I make mushroom art with the brand Susrooms, and I will see y'all next week. Thank you.